para pemirsa semua, ini saya Nani dan hari ini saya dengan Dr. Cheong Yuen Khai ya.
Halo, selamat pagi.
Say hi to everyone. Ya, tentang stem cell, tes DNA. Nah, beliau itu sekarang jadi expertnya juga. So, kita langsung mulai pertanyaan dengan Dr. Cheong. Soal dengan DNA itu sangat bagus untuk kehidupan kita.
Tentang DNA ya, DNA.
Yes.
So biasanya, I mean, from a normal perspective, DNA test was never there. Okay, for the past, at least 50, 60 years ago, there's never a DNA test yang kita tahu. The ones that we commonly know from movies. Okay, you go to crime scene, right? Basically people can pick up the hair, pick up the samples of urine and things like that, and they know exactly who is the criminal, right? Who actually
from the fingerprints and everything.
Correct, that's actually true.
Untuk cek orang tuanya siapa, betulkah saya anak? Ya, jadi sekarang zaman sudah berubah. Okay, tes DNA kita itu tes DNA apa aja?
Okay, so like I mentioned, if you do blood tests also, there are many types of blood tests. There are ones that are specific for heart, there are ones specific for lung or liver. Okay, everything is actually by the organ. DNA test is the same also. So just now I mentioned about catching the criminal. That's one type of DNA test. There are many types, like what Nani has mentioned earlier. To look for our ancestor, right? There are a lot of people who want to know or curious. I've seen throughout the past 10 years with a genetic test, there are many who actually reporting, your descendant. If you are Asian or Malaysian, how many percentage of it are whether you want to be Korean related,
ada untuk talent, untuk hobi.
Yeah. So, but when you found out that your lineage is such. Is there any information that is actually going to be able to use? So that is actually more for like the purpose of knowing, for the fun of knowing, okay? But of course, there are some people who want to trace back their ancestors because they may have lost touch with the greater generations, and there they would actually want to have a lineage to actually find who is the great grandparents, and they want to know more about it. So of course, this is one very special and unique part of DNA test, because why? Once in a lifetime only, the day you are born, the day you are away from the earth, alright, it's the same set of genetic test.
Malahan kita buat dari bayi umur 1 bulan itu tetap hasilnya itu sama sampai nanti kalau kita udah agak berumur ya. Dr. Cheong explain.
Correct. So the DNA tests that we do, they are very specific, and this is the 21st century. And we have a lot of information. We are now into AI, we are now into machine learning, and all this data that we have. In fact, our genetic have been mapped out for the entire thing already. We have about 200 over to 300,000 combinations, and that's why each of us are so unique. That's why we can determine that specific person, murder in the murder scene, for example. So we'll never go wrong. So the DNA test outside appearance also look very different, inside also very different.
Jadi kalau dari keluarga yang sama, kakak beradik, itu juga ada perbedaannya ya?
Yeah, correct.
Yang sama itu apakah kembar identik atau?
Kembar, yeah, okay. So kembar identical, for identical twins, their genetic tests share almost 99% similarity.
Jadi kalau untuk kembar identik itu, kalau buat tes genetik itu berarti cukup buat satu orang.
I mean, yes you can, but that 1%, it's also worthwhile knowing the difference.
Okay.
So, but still, the genetic test that we offer, it very relates to what we eat every day. Okay, so the first genetic test that we actually launched with the laboratory is actually called the nutrigenomics.